Hey everybody, thanks for watching today. Uh, I recently went to Costco actually 2 days ago, and I had done an inventory of my pantry and realized that I was running a little short on a few items. Not like the end of the world or anything, but in a prepper's mind, you always want to make sure that you have ample supply. Now, as you can see, I do a lot of canning, but I always want to have that extra amount and that extra bit so that I have peace of mind. I want to know that I don't have to rely on anybody else. I don't have to deplete anybody else's resources, and that I am working towards making our family self-reliant. So I literally made an inventory, as I was mentioning, um, and I wrote down my little list, and I wanted to know basically, was I really getting a better deal at Costco versus, we have a Fred Meyer here that we normally shop at, which is Kroger in some places, or Smith's and others. But I wanted to know what was really going to be the better value. Now, normally it is Costco, but you know, sometimes you find other things. And honestly, the food shortages, we've all seen that, so I don't need to go into detail on that, but we've all seen the food shortages, and I really just want to make sure that, you know, I'm providing for my family, so I had to get my list complete. So some of the things that you know we needed was I got my granola bars back here. My husband likes to take those in his lunch, so that was, I felt like, an adequate price, especially for the quantity. I did get some dog food or dog treats. My dogs absolutely love these, and I gotta be honest, dog treats have gone up tremendously, way too much. If I can quickly find them here, I was really shocked actually at how much those dog treats were. I'm not seeing them right now, but oh, here we go. $13.69 for that bag. Now, maybe that doesn't seem a lot to some people, but for us, it does. I also got a great big thing of salt. Didn't necessarily need it yet, but this can be used for so many purposes. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, and it was only $2.79. I didn't feel that was a bad value at all, so I thought I was doing pretty good with that. Now, every prepper, and if you're new to this, you'll soon discover, but every prepper takes baby wipes to heart. They can be used for so many things. You know, we like to keep them in our vehicles. If you have something sticky, or even like something gets on your seats, they're great to wipe it off. We have them in our bug out bags because if you're out and about, they're a good way to help keep you clean, especially if you get a little injury or something that you want to keep clean. They're great for camping, not to mention kids. So we definitely needed more. I did not have very many. So I got this honkin' big box, and those have gone up in price. I was pretty surprised. Let's see, $19.99 for that box of unscented, and that was the cheapest one they had. I think the most expensive one was about $10 more, which I was not going to pay. So that's just something to think about. The laundry detergent, I just got the Kirkland, whatever brand, regular. It's in a red tub. That went up to $16.99. So you can see that there's some gradual changes, but it's, you know, 40 cents here, $1 here, and pretty soon it's just jumping and jumping and jumping. Now, this isn't to just sit here and run down my grocery list with you, because, you know, it might feel that way, but it's to get you an idea of what it's going to cost you to get these items in your area. Now, I will say that It's very expensive where we live. I'm not going to lie about that. So you may be able to find it a little bit cheaper. But I think in general, these big box stores like Costco pretty much have the same price across the board. Now, I will say that canned chicken, um, I can my own meats, but I did feel that it was important to stock up on canned chicken. You can throw it in casseroles or do whatever, especially, you know, if it gets to a point in time where we're not able to get any. And I will say, when you're getting your preps, if you're new to this, you may not know, or if you haven't been doing it too long, it might be something you haven't been thinking about. And normally I would say just get whatever you can, just stock up on anything. But I really want you to think about the times that we're in and how dire the situation is at this point. So if we go into World War III, which is very, very much looking like that is the direction we are heading, things will get bad. And there is so many people out there that are not prepared. And it takes a long time. So if you didn't do anything at all, you would be foolish. But it does take a long time to get your preps up to a certain level. I mean, there's food, there's water, there's medical, there's your pets, there's storing gasoline, ammunition, little pew-pews. I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to think about, and nobody could possibly do it all at once. Some people have been prepping for 40 years and still can find items to get. The point I make is when you are stocking up on foods right now, specifically because of the situation that we're in, and I'm getting stuff like chicken, that chicken has a lot less scent in it than going and frying a chicken or baking a roasted chicken in my oven. Yes, I can still do those things. And if I was living in the country, far away from many people, I wouldn't be so hesitant. But the smells of your foods that you're going to be cooking will be attractive to other people, especially people that have not been prepping and people that are hungry. I dare to find the human being that is starving to death and will not, that, has a crying child or something that wouldn't do drastic things just to get food for their child. I just need you to think about this. And furthermore, if you do have this stuff and somebody does come to your door, and if you're able to, you could provide them with one can. It's better than the alternative. You can take simple things like rice or, like cans of raviolis. If you had 2 cans or something, you had something left over that you wouldn't eat, or even if you would eat it, it doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't even know why I included that. But if you have these cans, you could use those to give to somebody that maybe wasn't prepared and eliminate a situation that doesn't need to arise. So that is my point when I'm talking about getting stuff. You just don't want to cook something that's gonna attract everybody. I love bacon. I live for bacon, but honestly, I'm not going to be making bacon every day so that every neighbor around me can smell it. That's not the safety measure I want to do. Other things that I noticed was mayonnaise. Now, if you follow us on Instagram, I had put a post. I had the little tiny jar, and I think it was $4.79 if I remember correctly. And I was floored for the tiniest jar of mayonnaise, $4.79. I couldn't believe it. And that was all they had. I don't really like the Kraft or the Miracle Whip. I like Best Foods. I think it's Hellman's on the other side, east of the Rockies. But I was very shocked. So I've been kind of holding off, and I've been spending like $7 here on mayonnaise, and it's just, to get the bigger ones, $8 here. Now, normally, in the past, I've always been able to get a double pack of mayonnaise right around $6. And so that's why that little jar took me way off guard. But this time, I got 1 jar of Best Foods mayonnaise, and it was $8.99. And I was still shocked on how much it was. So this is a 64 ounce, so still better than that little tiny jar, but that's a lot of money for mayonnaise. I've thought about making my own, but I don't know. We'll see. And the Quaker Chewy bars back here, those were $9.99. So I didn't think that was too bad of a deal. And of course, I never, ever, ever go to Costco without getting toilet paper. I will never go through that again in my entire life. I will be stocking up to the day I die. So please take my warnings. If you've already been prepping for a while, congratulations, good for you. Just definitely think about the items that you're stockpiling at this point. And if you're new to prepping or haven't started yet, you can still do it. And if you say, like, I tell my kids all the time, please, please, please stock up on food. And they're always like, Mom, we don't have the money, and la la la. And I keep telling them, try every time you go to the store, try to get 5 items. So maybe you can get a can of corn. Maybe you can get a can of beans. Maybe you can get some toothpaste, or, you know, there's things you can get. You just got to look for it. So try to get 5 items, and then get up to a 3-day supply of everything, including water. Once you get that 3-day supply, then try to work to a 2-week supply. After 2 weeks, try to go to a month, and then just start building from there. And you'd be surprised how fast it adds up. So don't feel like you can't do it or you can't afford it. You know, if you go to the store and you can't afford 5 items, but you can afford, you know, another 89 cents on a can of beans or something like that, go ahead and get them. If you can afford to get a 5-pound bag of rice, get it. Think about things like that so that, you know, you are starting to put stuff away for you and your family. And working on it, you'll be surprised at how fast it really does add up. So anyway, I want to thank you very much for watching today. When we all work together, we will be able to survive better. So go ahead, get it done. I know you can do it. If you like our channel, go ahead and subscribe for us. We'd really appreciate it, and give us a thumbs up. Have a great day. Bye.